Nathan was my uncle. He was my father's oldest brother. He was born in Poland. They were from Lublin, but he was an officer in the Polish army, and to be a Jew and an officer in the Polish army was very rare. Salomea was his first wife, but she was his cousin, and they married. The letters first started to go back and forth around 1940 when Nathan was captured. Salomea and her son were in the Warsaw Ghetto. My uncle was a very fastidious gentleman. He kept every letter that he received from Salomea. There would very often be a footnote written by his son saying how much he missed his father, how much he couldn't wait to be back with his father. This photo, it's the last photo that he received from his son. And in the back of the picture, my uncle wrote the date that he received it, as well as you can see the Nazis' censor stamp in there as well. The letters that came from Salomea, it struck me how much she missed him. It struck me how much she loved him. In the letter, she would write that she was aging and she was losing weight and she was getting older and she was afraid that he wouldn't love her anymore. When I first got these letters, it amazes me. That's my aunt's handwriting. I never got to meet my aunt, and that's her handwriting. It's overwhelming. It really is overwhelming to see that. Another letter in German from 1939. Wow. There's his son's name, so she's writing something about her son. This is the last letter that Nathan received from Salomea, September 8th, 1942. Wow. These are the last words that she wrote to my uncle in her handwriting with her penmanship, and being able to look at it and hold it is overwhelming. I knew that Salomea and Yannick died in Treblinka. I can't imagine what it must be like knowing that your wife and your son in the moment have probably not survived or have been killed. I'm a father myself and a grandfather now, and I can't imagine the grief that he must have felt knowing that he would never see them again. Once the war ended, Nathan came to Canada. He lived with his family in Montreal. This is the luggage that Nathan came to Canada with. This was the luggage tag that he came to Canada with. He and his two brothers opened up a cleaning business called Dominion Cleaners. He really did not talk about the war years. Before the war, from what I've been told, Nathan was a bon vivant. He would have fun, he would make jokes. I believe the nickname that Salomea had for him, which I just remembered, was called Silly Face. But the Nathan that I knew was the opposite of that. He was far more serious, far more reserved, and scarred from his wartime years. Anything that I know, I found out mostly afterward. I found out through the letters. He just, I don't think, ever recovered, as most of us would not be able to, from the war years. And it scarred him and changed him for life. Oh, there are many memories I have of Nathan. I knew he was always there. I knew that he always wished me well. He taught me lessons on life. He would teach me things about davening. He would teach me things about certain Jewish holidays, certain traditions. We had a good uncle-nephew relationship. My Uncle Nathan passed away in his 90s, so while I was much younger when I knew him, I think I would have appreciated more now, with the age I have and the wisdom I have, being able to relate to him. Lives were lost, families were lost, lifelines were lost. And there are many people who deny that the Holocaust even happened. So to have these letters as a true testament of that time, to have people be able to read the love that a husband and wife and son have for each other during those difficult times are a lesson that should never be forgotten, and a lesson that we all should and must learn from.